You are listening to the Savage FINcast, episode 80, Bringing Down the House.
Chicago. A criminal mastermind called Overlord held our city in his terrifying grip. Ordinary cops were losing the battle against Overlord's super freaks and mutants. Then, a miracle happened. When I found him, he had no memory of his past. I helped him find an identity and a life. Now we have a fighting chance. Now we have the dragon.
This is the Savage FINcast, the show your mother warned you about. I am Jim Purcell.
I'm Craig Olson.
And I'm Raven Perez.
And we are back after a while. It feels like it's been well over a month since we last recorded. P.S. We're hoping to do something about that in the future. So we have a kind of a packed episode. We got a lot to talk about. Not a lot of news items, but some interesting ones. I got myself a top 10 list like Raven had last week.
Oh, yeah.
Got something fun to talk about there. And, of course, we're going to talk the latest issue of Savage Dragon, which issue is that, guys?
It's 243.
Wow.
243?
243.
Okay, that sounds about right. We're going to do Savage Dragon 243. Mm-hmm. And then we're going to do some Mutant Ninja Turtles action. We got issues 9 and 10 to talk about, which are real important if you're a Savage Dragon fan.
With Big Bang 10 tying into that.
Yep, we'll talk more about that when we get to it.
Ooh, yeah.
So we'll kick off real quick. Raven, first news item.
First news item of the show. Cover fans, cover enthusiasts,
Cover girls.
Drop the cover for Savage Dragon 248 on his Facebook, on the social medias, on the Instagram. It's absolutely lovely image. We got Dart ripping a picture of Malcolm in half, saying, "It's time we put it into Malcolm Dragon once and for all!" And it's titled The Gathering Storm.
Sounds like she's putting together her own Savage Dragon revenge squad.
Yeah,
Now,
baby.
let's count them down. How many living opponents of Malcolm's continue to exist?
Not many.
Not many. I'm counting. I should have generated.
Scourge.
I should have generated a top 10 list about this. Yeah, but I don't think Scourge is going to be one of them. He's more of a boss guy. He's not really a follower.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you mean in The Gathering. Who would be gathering?
Yeah, what rogues gallery is Dart putting together to assassinate Malcolm?
There's not many left, to tell you the truth.
Oh.
Glum?
No, we will never see Glum again in our lifetimes.
No, you think so?
Well, not for another 100 issues, and not for, again. He is a big bad. He is not going to follow Dart on her suicide mission.
Right.
I'm talking about guys like
Vicious Circle guys?
No, but who has beef with Malcolm?
There's
who is not
dumb
who hasn't been electrified to death? I mean, the only ones I can really think about are all the kids who were put in jail. The Vicious Circle kids.
Yep.
They make sense to me as being logical choices.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think who was actually in that group. There was
Dumpling and Blossom.
I remember those two. And there was
Octopus Kid.
Right, Octopus Kid's the one I'm trying to remember. And the guy with the
Open Faces Teenage Clone.
Mm-hmm. I really should have dug this one up. But yeah, those kids are still kicking around. They were in jail last time we saw them.
Mm-hmm.
Then there was the guy with the worms for horns. Remember him?
Yep.
Torment.
Torment. His horns may have grown back by now, so he may be a threat again. Buffalo Stew's still around.
Okay.
I think. Curmudgeon, or whatever his real name actually ended up being.
Is Tantrum still alive, or did he get torched?
Tantrum never got solved. There was some ghost that came out of his body that may or may not end up somewhere else.
We also have, technically, we have Ant's Illuminati is out there somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Although I don't suspect they'll be involved. I think they'll be involved with Ant.
You never know.
Just a guess. I mean, maybe Maybe this is the chance to bring the Seeker back one more time.
Get out. He's convinced Glum will never be back, but yet the Seeker will.
But the Seeker, right. Sure.
I'm just saying, we got a pretty small pool to draw from.
And that's what's going to make it interesting, I think. I think that's what's cool.
Donald Trump himself?
Well, yeah, technically, actually. The president of America is against Malcolm Dragon's existence, so...
Do you guys think that Dart will be the big bad in 250, or do you think that her arc will end before that? Although it does say the coming storm, right?
You want my theory? I think Dart's story is going to end the moment she meets Scourge. I don't think those two can get along.
Oh, no way. No way. Although that's a good point. There's their two leaders. There's no...
If she's going to team up with someone, I don't see her teaming up with any of the guys who we listed besides Scourge, honestly.
You think she's going to go for big guns?
And I think we talked about this last episode. We've never seen two big guns team up in Savage Dragon, really.
No, not really. I know that this is kind of dragging an extra news item into it, but I feel like I must. Because of just we're having this conversation right now. But consider this news item A1 or A2 or whatever you want to consider. But the solicitation for 247 dropped also, which hits this the issue that hits before this, and it says the Deadly Demon King. The build-up to Savage Dragon 250 begins here, introducing the maddening menace of the Deadly Demon King, a great jumping-on point for new readers. So, you gotta wonder, the issue right before this, we have the Deadly Demon King, who is gotta be demonoid related.
Right.
And so you never know how...
Oh yeah, the cover is a demonoid on the cover, so...
So you never know how this could play into this Dart thing, you know what I mean?
Wait,
right.
Which one's 247? I thought that was the one with...
That's the cover where they're all on the cell phone.
Oh, they're all on their cell phone.
Punching out the demonoid behind them.
That's the one after the Scourge cover. Okay.
I cannot believe that the guy...
Go ahead, sorry.
I was just going to say, I cannot believe that the guy on the cover would be the Demon King, but you never know.
The crazy thing is, it goes from fighting Scourge to the Demon King to Dart. It seems like episode after issue after issue after issue. It's like three big villains.
Well, it actually goes further than that. I'm actually looking at the Image website right now that has all the covers lined up. So here's something I find interesting.
All right.
In 244, we get that cover with Powerhouse.
Okay.
246, we got the cover with Scourge. 240... Oh, actually, there's one in the middle there. 245 is just put in the wrong place.
The Chained Man.
Yeah, the Chained Man is 245. Then 246 with Scourge. 247 is the Demon King. But here's the thing: each one of these covers has a unifying motif. They all have words printed at the very bottom of the page.
Oh yeah.
244 says Powerhouse. 245 says the Chained Man. Then Scourge Strikes, Modern Warfare, and I'm not looking at the Dart cover, but I'm pretty sure that one does too.
Yeah, on the bottom of the Dart cover, it says The Gathering Storm.
So that seems to me to mean something. That this is an intentional arc.
Could be.
So it could very well start next issue with Powerhouse, whatever this is going to be.
Good eye, Jim.
This could be the gathering of villains. Maybe it's Powerhouse, Scourge, Chainsmen, and this Demon King in Dart.
At long last, the long overdue Malcolm Dragon Rogues Gallery unifies. I mean, we've been waiting for it, right? Haven't we been bitching that he's just not had a stable of villainy?
Yeah, but when you look at it, half of these guys have never appeared before either. So, like the Chain Man and the Demon King.
What beef does Powerhouse have, really?
Could be. I'm just saying, this could be think of it as their big debut in the series. We didn't witness the Vicious Circle when they started. But imagine, think of 250 maybe as the genesis of his Vicious Circle.
That would be cool. I would welcome reoccurring villains.
They're all gonna die. 250 is gonna be that big secret cover I'm looking forward to.
And the secret will be like, I threw the first fight. Now it's time for my true powers.
Dude, I'm going to laugh my ass off if 250 just has like Glum on the cover.
Or if Old Man Dragon somehow comes back.
All right, so next bit of news, kind of exciting for certain people. Apparently Erik has been asked to come work at Marvel Comics again, but don't get too excited because he's only drawing 41 total pages of whatever he's doing. Nothing's been announced. He has posted one single image of Spider-Man, which kind of looks like it could be a cover or it could be a splash page, with the caption saying, well, that's one down. So,
I do believe he said that he
one
would be
of 41.
Writing.
Sorry, what was
as
that?
well.
Oh, yes.
I think some writing, he said.
Do you think this is all spurred from the movie? The Spider-Verse movie?
I think it might be an anniversary of some kind, or they're celebrating 90s guys in general for some reason.
Because I also feel like there was like an uptick in interest after, like, you know, like in the opening scene of the Spider-Verse had that one page drawn by him, which was like the only comic page they showed. And just all different styles of Spider-Man and stuff. A lot of people loved Erik's take on Spider-Man.
I'm just guessing here, he's probably going to do a 90s throwback Spider-Man one-shot.
Yeah.
That he's writing and drawing. And then whatever else could be. Who knows?
You know what I would love? You know what I would love more than anything?
What's that?
If we got just a little bit of Savage Dragon cross Spider-Man.
Nah.
Because we know Invincible and Spider-Man happened.
Yeah.
It's not impossible.
Wait. Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, it was Invincible.
I want to see Larsen drawing some, like, some of his cool, like, Spider-Man villains.
Cool
Solo.
To see the villains like Cardiac and Powerhouse and all the characters I don't know because I've never actually read this period of Spider-Man before.
Get out of here.
I don't care for 90s Spider-Man. I no interest. I mean, I do.
Erik's run is one of my favorite things in Marvel Comics. Is his Spider-Man run.
Well, it's a lot. I actually do have interest. In fact,
isn't it considered legendary or something? Like,
I don't know. It's one of the first comics that I picked up regularly. Like, I think it was 330 is like my first issue of collecting regular comics because the artwork just blew me away and the writing was fun too.
The only Larsen Spider-Man comic I think I ever owned was the one where on the cover Spider-Man's with all those guards from... Oh, I'm never going to find it.
Yeah, typing away.
And actually, I don't think that was Larsen now that I think about it. I think that may have been Bagley.
Alexa, find the one Spider-Man issue I own.
Oh, this is annoying. I wasn't prepared.
That's okay.
But anyway, the point is, when I was reading comics at that time, I was a big Fantastic Four guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
My Spider-Man were all Human Torch crossovers.
One of my favorite Spider-Man arcs is the Powerless arc where he loses his powers.
Yep.
And it's drawn so well. Like Larsen, like at one point, like he forgets he lost his power and he goes to swing, and like the way Erik draws him swinging, it looks like he's throwing his back out at him because he's like he doesn't have his like strength powers.
Makes sense.
And basically, Black Cat saves his ass, and she just carries his ass everywhere, and his suit gets all torn up. He goes through windows, and it was really good. Maybe now if I read it again over, it wouldn't hold up, but I really enjoyed it. It was all written by David. I don't know how you say his last name, Michelin.
Yep.
Okay.
But super fun. Like he had that. He had a Sinister Six arc in there. He had a Venom arc, Punisher arc in his. He had Avengers showed up in one issue. I remember as a kid, I used to ride my bike to the comic store, and every month when the Amazing Spider-Man came out, I couldn't wait to see what characters Erik Larsen would draw, because I'd like to see like Larsenized characters, you know, and be like, oh shit, you drew the whole Avengers, like, oh, that's so good, you know, like
I get it.
I just wanted to see his take on every character.
I get it.
It was so fun.
I had the same thing going on when Ed McGuinness was on Superman.
Yeah.
It was just cool to see Ed McGuinness's take on, you know, like Wonder Woman and Batman and all that shit.
Yeah. I bought the Larsen Spider-Man omnibus and whenever, I think it came out last year, and I was like in heaven. Like, it just brought me back to being like, you know, in junior high, riding my bike to the comic shop. So it might be a little bit of my nostalgia in it, but it's great. So I'm stoked to see him come back on Spider-Man for maybe 2 issues worth, but it's just a nice little side. You know what I mean? Like, I'll always love Savage Dragon, but I'm super stoked to see Erik doing other things as well, especially.
So, to confirm, the only 2 issues of Spider-Man I owned from that era were Bagley's, not Erik.
I quit Spider-Man shortly after Bagley got on. I liked Larsen so much that I couldn't handle like another artist after that.
Huh.
Understandable, dude. Understandable. So the real question is, will you buy it? Are you into it?
Yes.
Okay.
I will likely not, unless we decide to cover it on the show.
I'll pass as well. I just don't have an attachment to Spider-Man. If somehow...
if he's writing it, I'll probably prioritize it. Yeah, I should probably read it.
Inside his Jim's brain right now, listening in.
If he was just drawing it, that'd be different. If he's writing it, I mean, that kind of means I should.
I guess, yeah, you're peer pressuring me. I mean, if both you dudes
we still don't know what it is. I mean, it could be just backups for all we know, and then I'll be really unlikely to buy it.
Drawing. He's returning it. Oh, you mean like a backup story?
Backup in like Amazing Spider-Man or
like 5 pages for like over how many issues?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I get what you mean.
20 issues.
Who knows? We'll wait for an official announcement, then we'll decide if we're going to cover it.
Here's the pact I'll make now. If you dudes get it, I'll get it.
Okay.
So, because
I'm definitely
otherwise,
getting it.
Okay, well, Jim, if it'll take Jim.
Yes,
Jim,
I will be the deciding vote.
You'll be the decider, because I don't care about Spider-Man. I care about Erik. I don't care about Spider-Man. So,
right.
If Jim gets it, then that'll put both of you getting it. Like, I'm not gonna not get it. So, all right, cool. There's one surprise news item.
No.
Surprise! News item C. Erik is catching up on his trades.
On his
and
what?
So
oh, right, yeah.
We're getting As Seen on TV, which collects issues 228 through 234. We are also getting A City Under Siege, which will collect issues 235 through 240. And as a special little quirk, a little weird sort of freak occurrence, because the page count didn't quite hit what he needed. Erik put together an 11-page sketchbook section for
which we've haven't seen in years.
Yeah, for As Seen on
TV. Decades.
It's weird to me that you be short pages. Maybe he had to reprint a backup in one of them, and it made the page count weird.
He explained it better. If you're curious, he explained it better. Be a part of the Facebook Erik Larsen Savage Dragon fan group, and you will know exactly what he said, because he explained why.
Okay.
Why one has the long and short of it is, he said he doesn't like to incentivize trades. He actually prefers to incentivize issues.
Right.
But in this instance, he said it ended up working out that he needed a 11. He had 11 pages to fill for whatever reason, and so he put a sketchbook section in there.
I guess what I'm saying is, I mean, maybe there's an additional issue in there than in typical trades. It's odd to me that a trade would have a different number of overall pages than a previous volume if it's collecting the same number of issues. But anyway, I don't know.
Don't look a gift horse in the mouth, baby.
What was I going to say? Something crazy, probably. Oh, yeah, I didn't realize he was behind on trades. I guess, yeah, at this point that As Seen on TV period should have been reprinted. I guess I'm curious why it didn't get collected.
Hey, buy the issues. If you're listening, buy the issues, please. That's the monthly income. You can buy the trades too, but buy the issues. That's the month to month. So he really makes his issues worth it. There's a ton of backups in every issue. So there you go.
All right. So what we got up next on the slate there, Jim?
I have got a top 10 list.
Sweet.
Get ready for something insane. This is the top 10 times Savage Dragons have died.
Nice.
Okay.
All right.
Savage Dragons.
Anyone who could be associated with that name.
Okay.
All right. So, number 10, the Savage World Savage Dragon is a giant dumbass. So, he basically does the normal stuff the normal dragon does, except he gets himself possessed by the Wicked Worm and goes on a rampage and kills his best friend, only to get manipulated by Dark Lord into getting his brain switched and then murdered. What a dumbass.
Not his shining moment.
Number 9, Michael Jackson.
That wasn't our dragon. That wasn't our dragon. It's okay.
Number 9, Michael Jackson. Gets introduced, probably has sex with somebody, goes on one adventure, then gets cut to pieces. What a useless piece of shit. Number 8, Krull and the other Krylons get themselves fucking murdered by the Tyrus Combine. To be fair, this is probably Dragon's fault for abandoning them, so to be honest, that dunderhead's probably responsible. Number 7.
Wait, pause one bit. I love how fired up you are, Jim, that you're like yelling into the microphone.
I love it.
Keep going.
Number 7. Don't forget, Virus got thrown into his sun.
He did, didn't he?
After he had his dragon parts removed, he said, Number 6. Barry Battleaxe Dragon catches the worst STD from Dart, swords.
Right. Yep, swords transmitted Dart.
This 15-year-old world rocked only to get cut in half and then exploded.
It was worth it.
Yeah.
Exploded twice.
Number 5, Dark Dragon underestimates Kerr. Gets into a big fist fight, thinks he's at the upper hand because he's the badass, only to find out Kerr is a bigger dick. Playing for bigger keeps.
Mm-hmm.
Which brings us to number 4. Kerr gets chumped by Virus. After completely eliminating all the humans on Earth, a Frankenstein monster dragon gets the drop on him, only to completely kill him. Stabbing him, gets stabbed, what you have you. Kerr kind of gets his. Not as impressive as everything else that Kerr did up to this point. Mm-hmm. Which then brings us to number 3. Alternate Kerr gets killed by Dragon. Again!
Yeah, that was the biggest chump death in history.
Dragon, after Dark Lord restores Dragon to full health, he goes back in time and just kind of shoots Kerr in the face. Good times. Good use of a bad guy. And number two, the original Malcolm Dragon finally figures out that Kerr is a bad guy, and then gets his brain eaten. It only took Kerr killing everyone on Earth for Malcolm to realize he's probably going to have to do something about this.
He loved him, man. It was his dad.
And before I do number 1, I've got 3 honorable mentions.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Because, lest we forget, our old boy Savage, the original dragon, has died 4 times. Honorable mention number 1. Dragon falls to pieces after Abner Cadaver casts a spell and shatters into pieces in Johnson's arms to become the Johnson Dragon Combine character. Technically a death, I would say.
Yeah.
Big shocker, 50 death. She-Dragon got the name on the title. I mean, I say it counts.
Yeah, definitely.
Honorable mention number 2. The original dragon gets his brain eaten by Virus.
Yeah.
Which is, in my opinion, the real true death of the original Savage Dragon.
Yeah.
Because you can draw a straight line to that guy, and then everything after is basically memory clones, alternate reality versions, what have you.
Yeah.
Confession, I get so confused about that. I just, my brain can't handle it.
I mean, to be fair, that is some, like, serious comic book shit. Like, you know, when you talk about, like, comics have, like, the crazy, like, oh, I put the entire universe in a jar so that it could survive the apocalypse, and then I let it out of the jar after the apocalypse was over, and everything was cool. That is, like, Virus Dragon, that shit is some serious, like, comic book shit. For sure.
I can't handle Virus. He hurts my head.
Honorable mention number 3. So, Dragon's been restored from his virus form into his regular dragon form. He goes back in time and kills Kerr, only to get his reward is some laser eyes from Dark Lord for his trunks.
Next band name, Laser Eyes.
Laser Eyes. Mm-hmm.
And finally, the true number 1. Time Savage Dragons have died. The average dragon steals his kid's thunder and then explodes.
Oh, yeah.
Average dragon.
Underestimated his own juice.
Savage Dragons have died a lot.
That was good, dude.
I love the fieriness of it.
Dragons are stupid. They die a lot.
I love all the fuckings and pissed off curse words that are going along.
It's good. Yeah, they if you're a Savage Dragon, you're not necessarily gonna meet a heroic fate.
And hold on, I'm counting on my fingers. So as of right now, there are 5 Savage Dragons who need to die in the future.
The kids?
Yeah, you got 3 kids. You got 1 new baby and Malcolm.
Yeah.
That's all the living Savage Dragons.
Well, what about Dart's baby?
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Motherfucker, I forgot about Shark Baby Dragon.
Shark Dragon.
Shark.
Yeah. Okay, 6.
Yeah.
There's none other.
I wonder if he'll be on the team.
Oh, then there's... Well, no, I guess they're not dragon babies, but they're all the Krillian babies.
Oh, yeah, all the Krillian babies. I guess they are dragons, too.
Technically...
But they're not chosen ones.
They can make them into chosen ones. They have the science.
Technically they do. I mean, right now it's inject dragon blood makes you explode, but I'm sure Lorella can figure it out.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, you know what? I don't think we've ever seen a powerless character actually get dragon powers permanently. I don't think there's currently a solution to that problem. Either you get freaked out, the powers away, or you blow up.
I gotta say, I do love the fact that, Erik makes no bones about it, that Dragon does fuck up a lot and make wrong choices.
Dragon is basically the worst. And he may say he saved the world 3 times, but they don't talk about all the worlds he doomed.
I mean, he
saved his world. That's all that matters, right?
Well, depending on your definition of his world.
He's doing his best. He's trying.
The one he's currently in.
Yes, the one he currently inhabits. And except there was that time that Kerr killed everybody, and then he had to time travel to fix it.
Yeah, but he got fixed. No harm, no foul.
Oh, remember, but it didn't. He actually told him, he's like, that didn't get fixed, by the way. He's like, all you did was come back and you just created a new timeline.
Then we merged the multiverse.
In the eyes of Dragon, he's not seeing any of the issues, so...
Right.
So, Craig, you got one of these top 10s in you for next time?
I will get one. I don't know if it's going to be as good as this one, man. This one was pretty... It
was good. That was good.
Yeah, it was good. I will try my best. I'll try my darnest. Darn tootin'.
And
listeners...
Yes, go ahead, Raven.
I was just going to say, listeners, we plead with you. Submit your own top 10 as well. We will read it on the show.
Or top 5, or top 3, or top 1.
And even if you don't want to do the top 10 and write it all out, send us a topic for a top 10.
Oh, yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll make it work.
I think, I would love to hear back from some of the listeners, and I think that it makes for great podcasting to interact with your letters and stuff. And I gotta say, I'm kind of bummed we didn't get any from last issue, and I do think that's one of the funner parts of this. So please, if you haven't written it ever and you're listening, give us a try. And if you are somebody that wrote in quite a bit, we'd still like to hear from you. It's fun to go back and forth and see what you guys thought.
Talking to you, Nick Justice, Scott James, Simon Malik St. Pierre,
Satoris,
the regular rogues.
Zach Hawkins, Michelle Fife. Just calling them out. All 5 of our listeners.
All 8 of our listeners.
No,
what's the email again?
SavageFINcast@gmail.com.
There you go. And if you don't want to write us in about a top 10, we also like to hear your comments on the show.
Yeah, literally anything.
Yeah, also, you can react to Jim's top 10. That's one of the reasons why we thought top 10s would be so fun. If you have your own take, if you're like, oh, no, listen, that was not the number 1 death.
That was garbage. I couldn't even remember the guy's name. They had to look on the wiki.
The number 1 death was when, and then you say your piece. We're into that too. Like, share your thoughts. So it's exciting. We want it. Moving right along.
Yep, we're going to do Savage Dragon 243 now.
It's time for meat and potatoes?
It is.
Love it.
Sweet.
Love it.
All right, let's get into it, fellas.
I have to say, right off the bat, with the cover, did you guys predict that this fella's pants would be from the origin? What'd you think of the pants?
Well, they're pants.
I know.
They're pretty wacky.
They're purple and orange striped pants.
What's the relevance?
I actually kind of love where they actually kind of end up being from in the issue. They're clown pants.
Oh, yeah.
He's wearing clown pants. I'm just saying. I know he's Celsius, but in reality, for me, he's clown pants.
He's just some party employee.
Yeah, exactly. Because the other clown has the pants on. Do you know what I mean?
I thought it was just like the caterers were wearing that, and I was like, that's a funny costume.
I thought that too, but you're right. They are definitely the pants from the clown.
Well, I'm not saying that Celsius is the clown, but I'm saying that those are some clowny pants. Oh, it is the caterers. Oh, the clown has different... The clown is the only one that has different colored pants.
I just found it weird that the caterers were wearing that.
It is a children's birthday party.
Yeah, but they have like a formal sport coat and bow tie, and they're wearing these weirdo stripy pants.
And here's what I love. This is what I love, is that that next time you see that motherfucker, he's going to be wearing those pants. You know he is.
Hey, he just likes them.
He likes them. He likes those children's birthday party pants. Oh, I don't know. I'm sorry. I know that's dumb and a tangent, but I love it. What do you think of this cover, guys? What do you think?
I recall saying when I first saw it, I was wondering if Amy was setting the guy on fire when she punched him.
Which would have been awesome.
Yeah, it turns out not so much. But it's still a really great image.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's good. I like it. Diving in, you know what's even, I think, cooler? This splash page.
Yep. Ant's still kicking around. Yeah. Still getting some fallout from last issue. So this must take place almost immediately. Well, it must, because remember, last time it ended on a cliffhanger. So this is congruent timeline.
Right. Well, you still see the dead old guy in the snow.
Yep.
And everything. No. Remember from the, possession?
Right.
Yep. So it's literally, this is moments after. And then the dick attacks.
Yep. So not a dream, not an imaginary story.
I know. I'm so glad you were wrong.
Kevin got chumped. Maybe this will turn his life around. Maybe he'll beef up again.
I'm not happy about Kevin getting chumped.
You telling me he can't handle a dick?
I guess he can't, dude. He got beat. He couldn't beat Wang. He couldn't beat Cock.
So this double page has got a Maxine getting attacked by that the worm, I suppose.
Flying phallus.
Flying phallus.
Nice.
And this brings it. Yeah, she manages to avoid its main attack, only for the wicked worm to
eat the baby.
Eat the baby. Eat Maddie.
Before that splash though, with like the doorknob flying out, it's great. I love the close up on Thunderhead's face.
Yes, dude.
Do you think that's his eye rolled back, or is that just
kind of looks like it is, isn't it?
Kinda. But
although we never seen his pupil.
Yeah, that's the thing. It might be a shadow illusion.
Yeah, it still looks cool as hell.
Oh yeah. Listen, with the zip lines towards the impact point. And the spray, he did the thing where he got the spray and the fucking doorknob coming up all close. Oh, it's so good, dude. It's good. It's a fucking great splash page. On the second page? Oops,
yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
No,
you might be saying what I'm about to say.
I am. Go ahead. So you
go ahead. You.
The panel with the teeth?
Yeah, dude!
Yeah. So there's, for the listener, we're looking at, there's a panel where the wiener monster, the whatever it is, it's got all the teeth, it's like a view from inside the worm's mouth, looking at Maddie.
Maddie, yeah.
It's cool. I like that. That's great. And right before he lands on top of her, the glumph, and just swallows her.
Yeah, dude. So good. And again, just the visual of Thunderhead in that pool of blood, it really drives home the danger that fucking Maddie and Maxine are in.
Right.
So, God, it's so good, dude. You're telling me though, between the three of us, we don't have a clever nickname for Basilisk's penis?
No, I don't. I'm not gonna fake the funk.
I'm partial to the wicked worm, although it is taken.
What about
One-Eyed Wonder Weasel?
What about the Satanic Pacemaker?
What?
Sorry,
that doesn't have anything to do with penises at all.
Pacemaker?
Pacemaker? No, that's for the heart.
Not a pacemaker.
Paste. Oh, a pacemaker? I don't know. It's pretty inside baseball.
Is it? I don't think it is. I think people know what semen is. Come on. All right, we'll get off of Basilisk's cock. On to the next page.
The wicked sperm.
Oh, there you go. Even though I know it's not. It's still great.
No, it's not. Anyway.
So Angel and Frank Jr. are having a little heart-to-heart. Mm-hmm. Frank's trying to convince her to come back to the U.S., but she's pretty firm that she wants to stay near Jackson. But they notice that there's a big hole in Malcolm's apartment, so that's never good. So Angel leaps into action.
It's interesting that she mentions, we get just that real flash of an Alex update.
Right.
That Alex is still pining away for, Original Dragon.
It's pretty sad.
She kind of shits on Alex, though. I was like, this isn't your home. She's like, I know. I'm rooming with Alex Wilde, for God's sake. It's like, all right. All uppity. She's good.
She's become shitty.
To be honest, if I roomed with Alex and she was so anti-millennial as she has been in the past, I would be pretty pissed, too.
You just like millennials.
It's because I am one. I'm the world's oldest.
You just hate boomers.
Self-proclaimed world's oldest millennial.
World's oldest millennial.
No, that is the funny thing is millennials are old now. They are.
It's not a joke. I am a millennial, and I am.
I am too. It's weird.
If you graduated high school in 2001 or later, you're a millennial.
No, dude, it's born in 81.
No, it's graduated in 2001.
You
have to have been a kid in the 90s, but been in college or looking for work after 9/11.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. All right.
So what am I, Generation X?
Yeah, probably. Yes. What do you like, 79?
77.
77.
I'm old.
You're basically you're funk.
You're Gen X, yeah.
Yeah, you're basically Gen X. You grew up in the
Yeah,
80s.
but you're the ass end of Gen X. You're like the youngest Gen X.
I'm the ass end of Gen X.
You grew up with 8 tracks and then had to transition to CDs.
It's funny, Jim. We're like old ass millennials, but he's like a young ass Gen Xer.
I'll take that.
Isn't that weird? That's funny, dude. This has no Savage Dragon talk here.
Anyway, sorry.
Primo Savage Dragon talk. Frackazak. That's a great fucking panel, dude.
Oh, the Maddie frying the wicked worm guy, or whatever he is. No, wicked worm.
What I love about these kind of panels, because they happen sometimes, is that the detonations are in like 3 different places. So it's like a comic where you see the first explosion and it's like working its way down its body. Exactly.
Nice.
The Fiendingaling.
He's still thinking of names.
I am. I can't let it go.
Well, like most of Malcolm's greatest foes, he's dead.
Well, to be fair though, Maddie pulled the plug on this one, so that's pretty cool.
Honestly,
she got her first kill and can't even walk.
Her getting eaten was probably the best thing that could have possibly happened.
Exactly.
I mean, what's going to happen? These kids will survive being aborted. They're not going to be in trouble in the stomach of this thing.
You're saying in future episodes when a monster cock attacks, fucking Maxine's going to throw Maddie down its throat.
Yes. Very effective. It's like a Pokemon.
It reminds me of Brit. I don't know if you guys read Brit.
I did.
Yes.
I love Brit.
Remember when Brit beat that dude's ass with his baby?
Yes, I do remember that now that you say so.
He
swung. His, like, invincible baby.
Yeah, the baby was invincible, so Brit was just, like, swinging him around like a fucking weapon. It was great. Yeah. Maddie getting her first kill, dude. Can't even walk. Boom. Craig, I am curious of your opinion on Maxine's face in panel 4 of the... I was just saying, like, I know you're always bagging on Maxine for her face.
No, it's just her hair. Her hair is horrible.
Do you like that hair in panel 4?
What do you think?
I'm just curious, dude.
I gotta ask, who's getting pulled away in the stretcher? Because those are obviously green legs.
I don't think so. I think that's Thunderhead.
It's got to be Kevin, but
that's really tiny feet.
Yeah.
They are. Well, he's a very tiny man.
It was funny
Craig
because
loves how tiny he is.
I agree.
No, but look how small his feet are compared to like the EMS guy.
Yeah.
EMT, I mean.
Well, no, when you say they're about the same, when you compare them, yeah, they look the same. I didn't think that until you said look at the EMT's feet, but like they look pretty close. Why are his shoes off?
Well, because he
got fried. Man, I don't know.
No, he's had his clothes stripped off. Those are like booties.
It must be booties, because check out the final panel. The kids all have them on. The adults have them on.
Oh, what? Shit. Oh, right, for the crime scene. That makes sense. You're right, they're all wearing socks. I don't know.
Weird.
It wasn't explained. We have to guess. Eric, we need more captions.
Like, it's funny. This is one of those things I'm sure that Eric's like, God damn it. Like, when he hears it, it's like, who cares?
Who cares indeed?
But no, dude, it is like everybody is wearing like socks or medical shoes or something. Something's going on.
Dude, there's a Tim Hortons and a pizza in the scene with the ambulance driving. I love how Eric still makes references to like Canadian stuff.
I love it, dude. I'll take all of that shit I can get. I think the panel of oh my god, Amy holding up Maddie is great. It's just a fucking hilarious panel of her all like proud holding her up and like Maddie's just swinging.
I didn't get that. Did they like think that she was dead?
Who?
I guess that's the gag.
Because Maxine says it ain't Maddie, she's, and then you hear ploink.
Oh yeah,
she pulled her out of the remains,
which is kind of weird. If the EMTs have already come and gone.
Well, they thought Maddie was dead. That's not too weird. Like,
Oh.
look, there's big piles of guts there.
Yeah, I guess, but wouldn't Maxine be a little more panicked about it? This issue's weird, just tonally, because this shit just happened. Maxine, end of last issue, was kind of like traumatized by this horrible nightmare situation, and now, like you're pointing out, she's like, it ate Maddie. And then the kids just pull Maddie out of the guts, like Maxine had no idea that Amy was actually fine.
Well, no, dude, it's like she thought that fucking Maddie was 8. Like, she thought she was eaten. Like,
Yeah.
you could see the blood pouring off of Maddie, like, literally. And then there's the ploik. Like, she was just like, and she's like, it ate Maddie. Like, she's emotional about it. She's not, like, cold and detached.
It doesn't... See, the whole thing with the ambulance is screwing me up, because it doesn't make any sense. Where are the police? Why are they still at this scene of violence? Why haven't they removed themselves from it already?
Well, it's a comic. I mean, you just assume you got to fill in the blanks. Like fucking the like Angel was there, and the fucking worm blew up, and then the next thing you do, you don't need police because the threat's gone, but you need an EMT for Thunderhead.
I don't know. I think if superhumans are blowing up buildings, there would be more of a presence. I don't know.
I can forgive it.
Okay, because
If you can forgive... Wait a minute, what did you forgive before the show? Ant-Man? If you can forgive Ant-Man's preposterous shrunken building, I can forgive the cops not being at this scene where violence is no longer happening.
Okay. And then Malcolm comes home.
This is great, dude. I love how the kids are not phased. They're like
Of course
cartoons.
not. They're seeing this all every day, all day. That's probably none of them are phased. They're all used to this now.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Even Maxine is just like, I'm fucking sick and I want to sleep. Like it was fucking their life is a madness.
That doesn't seem healthy. Or sustainable.
Speaking of not healthy, let's introduce the sex bot as the maid.
Yay, Captain Tootsie. Third issue in a row.
I love it, dude. Don't ever go away, Captain Tootsie. You are great.
Hootin' zoots.
See, I told you he's into it.
She's all bent over. Hootin' zoots.
Right. Old Tootsie didn't anticipate that she'd have to, scrub some dong up. Monster dong. Monster dong. There we go.
Monster dong.
I love when Malcolm says, she's a perfect woman, TM. A sex doll.
I love it, dude.
Don't you just say TM after you say names sometimes?
I do.
Me too.
James Purcell, TM.
Well, no, not Yeah.
You guys want to get some Taco Bell? Trademark.
You gotta say parenthesis trademark.
I'm okay with it. No, it's funny. It's a funny visual. I like that they were named, though. I like that the sex dolls were named like it's a brand. Like, kind of like in real life, we have the real dolls.
Right.
And everybody knows what real dolls are. And so then in Savage Dragon, you have perfect women. And those are apparently super high-end sex dolls. So.
They're superhuman.
Yeah, superhuman.
Why you would need a superhuman sex doll? We don't ask.
It is a world full of superhumans. Just saying.
I got to tell you, the 6-panel page where Malcolm is talking to Maxine in bed brings me back to like flashbacks of Savage Dragon, of how like they just kind of don't think and they're like fine with it. Like, oh, Glum is a murderous doll, and Savage Dragon would be like, it's no problem. Don't worry about it. He's harmless. And then in this scene, it's like, they're talking about Greta Gearbox and, Captain Tootsie, and Maxine's like, he brought a sex doll, so what would you say? He did what? Like, Malcolm's like, he brought the sex dolls to work as a maid, and she's all like freaked out about it, and he's like, relax, it's okay. And it's like, I don't know if you're really thinking this through. Like, that robot just tried to kill you, like,
and best
2
of all,
days prior.
She's standing at the door listening to the whole conversation.
Yeah, that last panel is a little creepy.
It's good. You never know. See, that's what's cool is you don't know if it's like could be like something sinister or if she's gonna like hear it and be like make an effort to be nice to Maxine.
She'll be paranoid of Maxine.
Yeah, you never know, dude. You never know.
I love how the speech bubbles are coming through the giant hole in the wall.
Right. I like that too. These are good facial expressions. I like Sleepy Maxine, and also too like good physicality on like that all is well panel, like where Malcolm's all leaned over, all giant, and just kissing her all little on the head.
Yeah.
Just good drawing, dude. Good drawing.
Yep.
It's good stuff. And then some time has passed, clearly, because look at Maxine's fucking hair.
Oh, that's right.
It's way better.
Boy, a lot more. A huge amount of time has passed. How long would you imagine it takes your hair to grow that long? I mean, months, right?
Honestly, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Probably 2 or 3.
Yeah, a couple months.
Maybe she's wearing a wig.
I feel like it would have come off.
Yeah.
As a joke. Maybe. You could be right.
They got a pretty sweet car that's not that boxy.
What? But right next to other boxy cars.
Yeah.
Look at Walden Wang's fucking house, dude.
Dude, look at the driveway it's driving on. It's pretty
Opulent.
Cool. Yeah. And guys, look, big ups to another excellent name, Anita Wang. That's good. That's good stuff.
I didn't realize that. That's awesome.
So, yeah, it's been a while since we had like Amanda Hug and Kiss and stuff.
Anita Wang.
Anita Wang. And who knew that Walden Wang was gay? No idea. Not that that means anything. I'm just saying there he is. There's his partner.
I think you're implying something.
Yeah, I just didn't know, dude. I'm just
I don't like your tone.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend with my tone. I didn't. There's nothing to it. I guess what I'm saying is it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. It's just a cool little addition to his character. And they have like a daughter, previous marriage daughter or maybe adopted. It's cool.
Or, hold on. What was I going to say? Maybe Walden. No, that doesn't make sense. Never mind.
I will take your word on that internal thought.
It is interesting. I do like...
I like it. I'm just saying I like it.
Especially since he's so big. Andrew is massive.
Andrew's a lot taller than Walden.
I still think Walden's like an elf or something. With his pointy ears. Straight from the North Pole.
Green hair. I like it. I like Walden Wang. I think that made him more interesting. The fact that not only does he have like a daughter in a weird like opulent mansion, but also like he's a
TV producer, right? He's gonna have money.
And Andrew's nice too. Like he like talks to Maxine and he's like, "I'm a big fan. You're so brave." Like so, you instantly in like 2 word balloons get like a good. Like you get a character trait of him as being a good person.
I am trying to figure out like what he's referring to as the bravery part because
the rape
was that publicly released though? Because the only thing that was publicly released was that the stripper tape. At least I would think so.
Huh. Maybe the stripper tape.
Maybe.
Yeah, the stripper tape.
I guess she was publicly molested, so I guess that would be something to be brave about.
Well, even the stripper tape was like kind of like that was not her choice,
right?
So it was kind of like for instance, I saw a Tonight Show with what's his name? You know who I'm talking about. It's a late night show with John Oliver, and like he fucking was talking to Monica Lewinsky, and like the whole time they were talking to her, he's like talking about how brave she was because of funny parallels actually. He was talking about how brave she was because the whole bullying thing with Monica Lewinsky like drove her to damn near ruination. Like it was a fucking horrible thing in her life.
That makes sense.
And she admitted, she was like, even though it was my own fault for the actions that I took and I regret those actions, she was like, it has impacted me and my loved ones in a horrible way. She was like it has been really terrible. And like you could tell, even as she was interviewing him, that she still had problems, like even talking about certain things.
So maybe the bravery is just her being out in public.
Coming to the party.
Stuff.
Coming to the party and being out in the public.
That makes sense.
Because like Monica Lewinsky was talking about her thing, and she said like everywhere she goes, like it's all the negative of being a celebrity with none of the positive. So I think that's a pretty good parallel to like what Maxine is going through. Maybe. I don't know. Just my 2 cents. I'm glad we talked about it because I did think it was the rape until you said that.
Okay.
I was wrong.
You thought it was the what?
I thought the rape
The
was
Basilisk, with Basilisk, yeah.
Yeah, but Jim's right. That's like not public knowledge.
At least it shouldn't be.
Well, because again, there was a resurrection, and Malcolm tries to sweep those under the rug.
True.
So the public really wouldn't know about that. This party is funny. The sequence at the party is funny. Like the guy who's like, "Do you want to see my tape?"
Yeah,
I love that panel with him talking to Maxine and that face she's making at the camera.
It's a great expression, dude.
And I love how like Larsen's like, well, I guess it's not Larsen, it's Nikos is coloring, and I'm sure he told her to, but her face is getting like redder as like she's getting more inebriated.
Right.
Mm-hmm. It's good.
Great.
It's a nice touch. The bounce house panel is fun. It's just a fun, like just those kids just going everywhere. What do you think about this sex tape talk?
I think it's a really insensitive subject.
Yeah, but they did have all their money options dry up, if you remember.
Yeah.
You think that that's planting seeds for something?
I don't know. I have no idea, honestly. I can't. I have no idea. When it
I
comes
think it's just
to
people
Erik
being
and this.
insensitive and rude.
That's definitely the flow of the sequence. I was just curious if you thought that might come to fruition later, maybe.
Can't say.
Well, that's a terrifying clown when you really look at him.
Yeah. He's wearing like a Mr. Rogers sweater. And he's like,
He's got the zombie arms. Yeah, exactly. Hey.
I love though the whole party. The people are just talking about her videos, and Maxine's just like, "F my life."
Yep.
Another satisfied customer.
And like you said, more red in the face.
Yeah.
Like more inebriated.
I love the panel with all the kids in the pool, and like the close up on like the kid in the forefront, like is like right up in the panel.
The gap tooth kid.
Yeah.
It's good, dude. This whole sequence is good. And then they go, Anita goes to get Amy a dress, a swimsuit. And we see Pants McGee, Clown Pants.
So what's the first thing you notice about this guy?
What's the pants?
Oh.
That I don't know, that they're capris.
He also has pointy ears.
I think that's just drawing. I don't think that's
I don't think
intentional.
But it's consistent.
Yeah, maybe.
It is on the cover. You're right.
And there's vibrations emanating from them when we first see him here.
Oh, well, no.
I think he was just like, oh?
Because,
yeah.
I mean, my first instinct was it was like he was shape-shifting. But that doesn't make any sense based on his powers later.
Nah, I think he's just like shock. That's just like,
Yeah,
It's a shock, shake.
Oh, shit, damn it. You know?
But, yeah, for whatever reason, he's got pointy ears, and it seems to be like a consistent part of his design. So, whatever that means.
Tell you what, he's an asshole. He just blasts like a little child, like full ice.
Yeah. And again, great visual. Like that like all this. What's funny is, who knew that I needed to see little kid fight sequence? But like all the fight sequences, like her jumping over his knee in that WAP panel, and like her little shadow on his leg, and like all this shit is like great. Like the action on this shit is fantastic. But yeah, like you said, what a dick. He does not hesitate to fucking unleash his powers on kids.
I love that panel. Like after he like fries her, like the next panel or two panels later, he's just like, she's on the ground on fire.
Well, her dress is burning off.
I love it. Dude, that is a total no child can stop the Grinch moment. No fin-headed freak can stop Celsius. Carve that on your gravestone.
That's how you know he's
4-year-old.
That's how you know he's Canadian, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Celsius, right?
Right.
He's a cool character. I like his power, like that he can do the hot and cold thing, and also too, I actually do like that. Here's this guy who is just fucking straight ruthless enough to just burn a kid. Like in his mind, he's got to be thinking to death. Just doesn't give a shit.
Amy's got the massive Kirby fingernails on that one panel before she smacks him one. After, you wrecked my pretty dress.
So good, dude. This fight sequence is fucking great.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Just blasting through the door, hitting the pool.
Either that house is built on, like, matchsticks, or
that's what
Amy
I was going to say.
Freaking powerful as all hell.
She punches one, I would assume, regular strength guy into the house, and the whole thing comes down.
Well, it's got to think. So, okay, I was going to talk to you guys about this. So, okay, like, this sequence seems to indicate that Amy is just a fucking brute. Because even when he comes out of the fucking rubble, he's like, gotta get out of here. It can't end like this. So he's fucking worried he's going to die.
Right.
So he's been hit so hard that he's fucking afraid he's going to die. So, like, kind of seems like Amy's a fucking badass, like maybe even more than a normal chosen one, maybe.
Or maybe just her specialty is punching. Maybe. Maybe one's really good at aiming, and one's really strong, and one can jump hella high.
How about the page before the house collapse, the fight scenes, like the 6-panel page?
Yeah.
Farron Delgado's
yes, dude.
lettering with all the action, freaking awesome. The splash, the raccoon, everything. Every panel has an awesome like action. Scrowl.
It's great because it's like almost like this sequence here is like a really good like showcase of his sound effects.
Yeah. Even the page before when he like lights up, when Celsius lights up Amy, the Frauwush. Look at that sound effect. That is freaking awesome.
Sound effects on fire.
It looks cool. But I was just super impressed with that 6-panel page. Each panel has like some action word, like that blown up on like framed on like a wall would look cool as shit.
Oh yeah, that silhouette panel where she's like roar.
Yeah.
Oh dude, that's so good. That's such good shit. It's good. It's a good action sequence. I think the house collapsing is cool too, like balloons going up and stuff.
Yeah. The background's all like the sky's like orange, right. Smoke everywhere.
Frackabathoom, so good. Talking about lettering, like you want to praise some lettering, like the way it's like coming at you, like frackabathoom, and the thoom's all giant. Oh, it's good, dude. It's good. It's good.
Love when she just smacks around Celsius after he comes out of the rubble, punches his teeth out, and then she does that awesome like uppercut type.
The upper punch is great. The pow.
Yeah.
It's so good.
And it's like a pose I've never seen him draw like that before. The cool thing is we've had 243 issues plus a mini, and he still comes up with new ways to draw like, fight poses.
26 years. That's the way to say it even. Like 26 years of fight sequences. And you still got, like you said, like when I saw that POW panel where she's like, her head's back and she's punching straight up, I was like, instantly that registers is like, oh shit, that's fresh as hell.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome, dude.
Yep.
So good. Fucking teeth going everywhere.
When are you guys sitting on your microphone there?
Huh? Me?
Are you sitting on your microphone?
No.
Oh.
No.
Some strange noises.
Shitty furniture. I swear it wasn't farts, okay? I just had some taco pizza before the show. Come on, guys. Jeez.
Taco pizza? The hell?
Oh, it's so good. Have you never
What are
had
they
any?
feeding you in Pittsburgh?
Have you never had any? First of all,
Taco pizza? Get out of here.
it's not exotic. They serve it at Taco Bell and Pizza Hut.
Taco pizza was the worst.
I refuse
thing.
to eat taco pizza.
When high school would serve quote unquote
Taco. What?
Mexican pizza, and it was always my worst favorite day.
What the hell? What the hell is this?
It's just taco cheese.
crust.
It's just crust, taco cheese, and
Salsa,
cheese,
onions.
It's not really pizza. It's awful.
What kind of nightmare are you guys living in?
I hate
It's
spicy
a meat
food.
pie. It's a meat pie.
Yes, it's more in common with a meat pie.
Technically, it tastes like tacos when you eat it, and
Yes.
it comes served in triangles.
That is the idea. Is it's a
I
taco pie.
I defy you to make a better name for it than it is in pizza sliced wedges. It has crust at the end. Like, it's not like it's a soup that I drink and I'm like, taco pizza.
Well, that's a taco salad in a tortilla bowl.
Welcome to the Savage Taco Cast.
I'll eat my tacos one way.
Terry.
Soft, no lettuce, regular tacos.
You don't like crunchy?
No. Well, crunchy tacos are a lie. Crunchy tacos, you bite into, the bottom breaks in half, and all the meat just falls into your hand.
Have you not seen the square bottom taco shells?
They're going to break as soon as you bite into them.
That's why. Do you not know how to eat a taco?
You start on one end and work your way to the other.
Yeah, but you gotta bite it quick so you get all the food in your mouth.
Yeah, so it doesn't break in half and become a freaking just a mush in your hand.
You know what? I'm gonna have a go.
I only go to taco joints with the menus in Spanish.
Ah,
I'm elitist that way.
I only go to Taco Bell.
Hoity-toity.
You get those Dorito and Cheese Whiz tacos.
Your
Taco Bell,
Majesty.
Cheeto tacos.
Taco Bell, I can trust. There isn't any surprises in it. See, I here's the problem with me, and I'm going to be honest with you. I can't eat peppers, bell peppers.
Okay.
They make me dry heave.
They're not.
I just thought it was funny that you said Taco Bell has no surprises.
Right, because it's just meat and spice, and that's it, and that's all.
Oh, so you've never had chorizo? Because
What's
Taco
in the
Bell
meat?
Taco Bell ain't got no chorizo.
Well, ground up chili powder is fine for me.
Meat, binding agents, cartilage.
Cartilage.
Oh, taste delicious. I love meat slurry.
One day, Craig, I'm gonna hold Jim at gunpoint, and we're gonna go to a Mexican restaurant, and I'll be like, "Get this man some chorizo and fajitas now."
I can't. There could be a pepper hiding somewhere in it.
There's no peppers.
Some tongue tacos.
Could be a cooked tomato.
Tongue tacos?
Yeah, you never had beef tongue tacos? Amazing.
Now who's eating the weird shit?
I'm eating the real shit.
Tongue's just a muscle. It's like all meat.
Gross. I ain't sucking no
I'm
cow
eating
tongue,
the real
dog.
shit.
Yeah, the parts that nobody else wants because they're weird. I eat weird stuff. I eat liver. Liver's good.
Revolting.
Liver's not a muscle though. Liver's its own thing.
I will eat anything.
But heart and tongue, those are just muscles. They'll taste like meat.
The
I eat chicken
listeners
hearts.
hate
Chicken
this,
hearts.
by the way. The listeners hate this.
All right, let's move on.
They hate
don't
your
eat brains,
disgusting. They hate your disgusting menu options, and they love taco pizza. By the way, just saying. If you love taco pizza, please write in.
Write your top 10 list of top taco pizzas.
You even heard of taco pizza?
How?
Yeah,
I've never heard of it.
I am also confused on how you don't know what taco pizza is.
Thank you.
I
High five.
don't know.
I guess
have
it didn't.
No idea. I
didn't
missed that
serve it
day.
in school.
Have you
I
never been
never
to a
got
Taco
served
Bell
that.
or a Pizza Hut?
I never got served that.
Wait, Pizza Hut doesn't make taco pizza, do they?
Everything that does tacos or pizza does a taco pizza.
Dude, I walked into a Pizza Hut for the first time in my life when I was like in my 30s.
Pizza Hut is my favorite fast.
Are you a millionaire?
Why would I be a millionaire? There's
Because
plenty
why
of
have you never
pizza
eaten
joints that
class pizza place.
because there's plenty of local pizza places. Like, why would I eat like chain pizza when I could go to like?
To be honest, I'll be honest with you. I live in New England, so all the pizza from pizza places around here is thin crust oven baked pizza. Pizza Hut pizza is deep dish.
Yeah,
But here's the thing: it's not Chicago. It's not Chicago style deep dish. It's like this weird middle ground.
no.
It's spongy.
And
It's
it's
its own
spongy, and it's my favorite pizza.
Yeah, it's real greasy and spongy. It's pretty good, actually. Oh, I'm shocked. I'm shocked and appalled. I didn't know that I was hanging out with a pizza elitist.
I think he's more of a pizza amateur.
Oh, yeah, that's the take.
I'm an amateur because I don't go to Pizza Hut.
That's it.
All
right, we should really read this Mighty Man Super Patriot back up.
And what's funny, we didn't get the last page, dude.
Oh, right.
All that shit went down right before the last page. Like, the last page is worth mentioning because it's very notable, dude. Maxine gets back in the sack.
Like I said,
this is an audible sigh.
This issue is tonally weird.
Why is it?
It's a emotional.
She's wasted.
Yeah, that's my point.
Many months have passed, Jim.
I suppose her hair suggests some months have passed.
Many months have passed.
And
she's
Greta hasn't
not to care.
Greta hasn't murdered them in their sleep. Good sign.
Good sign. So Greta's working out. Many months have passed, and she's feeling it. And she has sexual agency in this scenario. She drags him to the bedroom. She makes the suggestion. There's nothing to feel bad about. I promise you.
Well, that's not why I feel bad. I'm just saying, I don't know. It just seems like her trauma it's just the severity of the trauma seems such that, I don't know. It just seemed like it would take longer to get over, if ever.
In this crazy world, do you think that, like where you saw a monster dong eat your baby, do you think that would have the same weight?
I don't know. I don't know anymore. I just think Erik wants to move on, and that's fair. I think
it's really like not something you necessarily have to dwell on. I feel like there was an appropriate sequence of healing. Like they had their little fight last issue where he was like, stop being a dick. Like, don't push me away. And he's like, unless you want to. And she's like, no. And he's like, good, because I don't want to either. Hug. That was an entire issue. And then now this issue, many months have passed, and she's still not like, yay, yo, gung-ho. She's still like, okay, I'm drunk, I'm feeling it, let's try it. And I don't know. I don't think it's as bad as you think.
I don't think it's bad.
Craig, you've been silent. What do you think?
No, I think it's fine. I mean, that's her. It's still ingrained in her character. That's who she always was. Like, that's the way she is. And it's like, we saw that time has gone by. I mean, it takes a while for her hair to grow that long.
Yeah.
And she's shit-faced.
Yeah.
Plus, you assume she has had continued and maintained therapy throughout this time.
I suppose that's true.
So it's not like, again, it's really not under the carpet swept quite. It's kind of like the EMTs and the cops. Yes, you got to do a little bit of the filling in yourself, but you got to acknowledge, if you're going to criticize it, you have to also at least acknowledge that, like, things are here to indicate to you that time has passed. Like, there's no reason to believe, like, there wasn't a word balloon where Maxine's like, well, I just quit seeing my therapist, so you have to assume she's still seeing her therapist.
Right.
I mean, so with the evidence...
If there's no body, the therapist must still be alive.
Right. So I'm saying it's fair. I think it's fair to assume. And again, it's not like she's like, rawr, come here, let's have a threesome. Like, it's still not old Maxine at all.
Right.
Like, she's drunk and she's feeling like, let's try it before I sober up. And there you go. So next issue, Powerhouse.
I'm really interested to see what Powerhouse is doing.
Oh, it's funny? Don't you guys think Greta kind of has a longer skirt on?
Yes, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
That was a plot point.
Subtle. Just saying, real subtle, but I think so.
Still kind of lewd, but
lewd
with her nipples pushing through her shirt, but
can't help. She's a robot. She can't help the way God made her. I'm done. No more stupid jokes from me. This is a fantastic backup. My God, dude, the visuals on this.
The artist is amazing. Beautiful.
Let's say Camille Kerr-Kochansky. That's beautiful work.
It reminds me a little bit of like Bill Sienkiewicz, kind of Sienkiewicz, or however you say his last name.
Sienkiewicz.
Yeah, Sienkiewicz.
Sienkiewicz.
Yeah, you're right.
I only know because his Twitter header is the pronunciation of his name.
Ah.
Sienkiewicz.
Kind of reminds me a little bit of his with some his other styles, but it's great. He's a great artist.
Yes, dude. Yes, I would love to see more shit from Camille. Oh my god.
I did.
Do you know him from somewhere else?
No. This is the first I've ever seen this. This is awesome, dude. This made me want to go like find him.
Yeah. Did you?
Not yet. I've been looking. I've been busy, but yeah, so good, dude. Like you said, there's Sienkiewicz. Like I feel like there's a little bit of Magnolia in there, just a touch.
A lot of Magnolia, at least I would say, with pretty stark shadows stuff, and even the subject matter. We fight some zombies and some robots, and
he draws a badass super patriot. I can tell you that much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, real great like layouts.
The panel where he's just blasting the zombies, the firepower is amazing.
Yeah, let's praise the versatility here for just a heartbeat. In this short sequence, we get Super Patriot beating the shit out of robots. We get Super Patriot beating the shit out of zombies. We get fucking demonoids getting it. Like, this is a killer fucking sequence,
it's
dude.
just too bad Super Patriot's kind of a dick.
Is he?
You think so?
Yeah, he's pushing this little girl to just he's like completely disregarding the
it's a little
psychological horror that this little girl is experiencing. I mean, yes, she probably needs to do what she's doing, and yes, she might need a push, because she is powerful and she is necessary, but holy shit, dude. Don't say, oh, fiddle faddle, they were already dead. Fucking Super Patriot, fiddle faddle your ass.
Oh, hootin' suits.
Fiddle faddle.
I love yet another inside the mouth panel.
Oh, yeah.
The zombie page, the zombie sequence.
Oh, I didn't even catch that, but yeah.
There's the tongue in the foreground. There's the teeth at the top. And if you want to be real specific, I'm pretty sure that is the same zombie head that you see on the bottom of the page.
Yeah.
Good shit, dude.
I love the cover, which is the back cover.
Yes.
I love Super Patriot's hand blast, just taking off the top of that zombie's head.
Yeah, with the giant demonoid in the background. Oh, so good.
Yeah, zombie, robot, and demonoids. Pretty cool.
Fucking A. This is, I'm going to say it, I think one of the most fucking, like, kick-ass backups.
Are you smacking your, like, microphone around?
No,
what is that?
I'm sorry. My arrow keys help me, like, turn the pages. My bad.
No, is that what it is? It's like something's, like, hitting the microphone and...
No, it's actually not hitting the mic. Like, I've got my keyboard on the same table as my mic. And so, like, when I hit the keys to turn pages, it's like...
Like right now, yeah, it's like totally vibrating through your microphone.
Sorry, bros. My bad.
It's all right.
Now I know. I'll try not to do it. I have an alternate setup I could do.
So, along with this backup, there's also a kick-ass back cover.
Yeah. Yeah, that cover is fucking great.
So, that's cool.
We even get to see a sweet-ass lightning lass in there, you know?
Oh, yeah, she gets a panel.
So good, dude.
Yeah, this is one of the better backups we've seen in a long time. I love the transition from Mighty Man to Betty.
Yeah.
Like, is that kind of like a skull, like, or something? I don't
Yeah,
think
he's kind of...
Is that what you were talking about, Jim? The lightning blast?
What,
you said lightning... Did you say lightning bolts, or...
No.
Oh, no, I was saying lightning lass. Like
lightning lass. Oh, all right, I got you now. Yep.
Yeah, the lightning girl, right, yeah.
Right, yeah, but I like the panel, the Doom panel, when he hits the cuffs together, and it's like, I've never seen anyone do that take on, like, the transformation.
Yeah, it's kind of like an X-ray, like, going.
Yeah, it looks cool as shit.
It's good, man. This is a fucking good-ass backup. This is great.
And then we got some funnies.
Some good funnies too, dude.
Yeah.
Apocalypse Man is amazing.
I just like that.
And then her too in the end.
Yeah.
And the cat's in her hands. So good. That's funny as shit.
Yep. So that concludes another friggin' great issue.
Oh my god, yeah, dudes. Like, how you feeling overall? Like, fantastic.
Well, if we're about to go into the big lead up to 250, I think things are going to really start popping off next issue. So I'm really looking forward to Powerhouse, and I'm really curious why he's punching Malcolm on a pinball table.
Do you think that means we're gonna see his whole crew? Like was it Medusa
so.
or?
Me too.
They've
been monster hunting.
I'm a big fan of Flash Mercury, and I actually like Fever a lot.
Fever, I called her Medusa. Dummy.
Yeah. She's, I like her design, and I just kind of like when she's around. I just think she's got just a cool design. But yeah, I love Flash Mercury. He's so ridiculous. He's a Savage Dragon who hasn't died yet. Put him on the list.
You just made the list.
Actually, did he die?
No.
Did Kerr kill him in the alternate timeline? He must.
Oh, has he died before?
Yeah, he probably did. I should do research on that. He should probably make the list. Because he's a Savage Dragon.
Technically. Good, though. Strong as hell. I just want to say, like, holy shit. Like, the build-up to 250, it's been quality.
Quality,
dude.
So, just real quick, we should really go over Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Urban Legends issue 9 and probably issue 10.
Yeah.
Issue 9, just to be real brief, continues where we left off last time, where Leonardo is going to Midway City, which I did not realize actually meant something. I thought it was just a throwaway name. But apparently we are going into a big crossover event, which, let me just sit up straight real quick. So, for those who may not know, recently I've acquired the first 20 issues of the 90s series by Gary Carlson, Big Bang Comics. Now, Craig, you read Big Bang Comics when they came out, right?
No, not when they came out, but...
Oh, okay.
I mean, probably about 10 years ago.
You do have them, right?
I do. I got them about 10 years ago, I want to say. We had Gary on...
We did.
What episode was that? We had him on twice, I believe.
I don't know about twice.
But was it only once?
I think it was only once, and it was way back in like our first 2 years.
And we talked, at least I had read them, so I brought up a lot with him on that. But it's been a while.
So the whole premise of Big Bang Comics is that it's basically a series of vignettes, short stories that are styled after different eras of different comic book companies. Like you'll have your Golden Age Superman stories, or your Golden Age Batman stories, and your Silver Age Superman stories, and your Silver Age stories. But occasionally you'll also get these like send-ups to modern day stories.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the characters who we have talked about in the past, because it was a backup, was
Night Watchman.
Night Watchman, who is a Batman type character of his world, and he has a sidekick called Galahad,
right,
tying into the whole Knights of the Round Table type of dealy. So there was a mini series in the late '90s called Night Watchman, and it was highly influenced by Frank Miller's Dark Knight Returns. It was in a lot of ways that kind of story.
Grim and gritty, what have you. A character coming out of retirement to do horrible things. I haven't read it yet. I got to get to it. This issue of Ninja Turtles ties somewhat directly into that story, where Galahad is basically a public superhero of Midway City. During the day, he's the White Knight, and at night, he is the new Night Watchman.
Or the Dark Knight.
Yeah. Yeah.
White Knight and the Dark Knight.
So Leonardo's going to Midway City, and he's going to encounter... he's looking for Splinter, who's in his bat form, who currently has rabies and is turning other people into bat monsters. So Leonardo teams up with Galahad, the Night Watchman, to deal with his problem.
And just to jump in, Galahad remembers the Ninja Turtles because of the tie-in Big Bang Comics 10.
Big Bang Comics number 10, which is a tie-in issue which came out roughly around the same month that this issue originally came out at Image, which I
97.
just happened to get the same week I read this by sheer coincidence. So that issue of Big Bang Comics, Big Bang number 10, is very interesting because it is stylized after Frank Miller's Daredevil. The story is Galahad is going to New York City to find an assassin who killed his partner because he's a lawyer in his civilian identity. So he's a bit like Daredevil in that regard. I think his quote-unquote his Foggy Nelson got murdered. So, and the assassin turns out to be an Elektra type. So the whole main story is made to look like Frank Miller, Daredevil. But Galahad gets his ass beat and gets dumped in the sewers, where he gets found by the very young adolescent Mutant Ninja Turtles, who are not yet teenagers. But here's where it gets interesting, because that section of the story, all of that section with the Ninja Turtles,
looks like Eastman, right?
Is done in the style of Eastman and Laird's original comic book Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, I'm glad you noticed that, because I was going to say
I can't even describe how it's rendered. It's so unique and very obvious to that style.
It looks exactly like the first issues of Ninja Turtles.
And Ninja Turtles is, of course, highly influenced by Frank Miller's Daredevil.
Right.
Yeah. So it all ties together. So the kind of thing that Big Bang
Lots of Zipatone and stuff like that.
So the kind of thing that Big Bang Comics does is referencing those two things, one directly, one by the influence. So it's like 2 degrees removed from the original, if that makes any sense. It is very cool. And just and that issue number 10, I almost want to say they should have reprinted it with this issue, because it's an official Ninja Turtle crossover. Because that was the thing I was shocked about is I know Dragon has crossovers and Mighty Man is featured in Big Bang, but I had no idea the Ninja Turtles had an official crossover with it, because that's nuts.
Yeah.
So this issue number 9 of Ninja Turtles Urban Legends is kind of a is of course the Turtles are in the modern day, and so Galahad's going through this whole thing with becoming the new Night Watchman. So Leonardo and Night Watchman basically have a team up and hunt down Splinter, fight a bunch of bat people. And in the end, they don't catch Splinter, but they do believe they cured him of his rabies, which was apparently what was causing him to be able to pass his powers on to others. And then he flies off to Chicago for the next issue. And who do we know? Who do we know that lives in Chicago in this time?
Before you move to that, I do want to say it is amusing to me that Night Watchman's hates bats.
Oh yeah, that's a good gag.
Yeah, I hate bats. There's nothing I hate more. Nothing he hates more than bats.
Did you guys get the original cover or the new cover?
Cover.
What's that?
Only the new cover and the digital version.
So the original cover, nice little piece of trivia here. They reprinted it with the same colors as it was printed when it came out in Image Comics, but on Image Comics they colored the Night Watchman the wrong colors. Oh. So he's actually colored like Batman when he should be more like purple.
Okay.
So they never corrected that when they republished it, but on the cover he's like gray and black when really he should be like purple. Like his main suit should be purple.
I guess he is a little bit like got a purple kind of bluish gray thing going on. I'm looking at the interior colors.
Yeah. Maybe in your digital, Jim, if you want to see it real easy, does it have the credits page? Because that's got all the covers.
See, that's the weird thing. The digital version actually doesn't show the alternate covers in thumbnail form, like you'd think. It's just left blank. It's ridiculous.
Oh, weird.
And I know it is weird. It's just a big empty spot where the cover should be.
Yeah, I got original cover, or I got the cover A.
Cover A is the new cover, right?
Yeah, the bat, where the bat's all giant.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I love the original covers to the series. I mean, I like Frank's new stuff too, but I thought all the original covers really hit each issue. They were just well designed. It was like, I want to read this.
I will say this is so far my favorite Frank Fosco art in the run. This issue. In particular, the way he draws Galahad as the Night Watchman. Because he's really pushing the Dark Knight Returns beefy Bruce Wayne. Beefy Batman.
Agreed.
Look, I think he does an awesome job with all the bats too. The bats look cool.
Totally agree.
So just as an issue, I think this is just a cool crossover, especially the fact that it has a corresponding Big Bang Comics issue.
Right.
So,
I also think it's kind of funny because technically I thought about this as I was reading it as a first-time reader. Of course, DC is making a big deal of their Batman Ninja Turtles crossover. But technically this would have been the first kind of Batman.
Of the sorts, yeah.
Yeah, the first kind of Batman Turtles crossover that they would have had.
Yeah.
You know, so I think it's kind of neat and funny because, like, so many people are like, oh, cool, Batman meeting the Turtles. But, like, if you read this, you more or less got Batman meets the Turtles, like, in, like, all those years ago, you know?
Yeah.
So, it's kind of neat, I thought, anyway. I thought it was kind of a neat little weird thing.
Yep.
But next comes the issue we really care about.
Yep. So this would be the third time I believe the Turtles had met Dragon, because the first time would have been issue 2 of the regular series, and issue 22, and both of those I believe had crossovers with the Mirage published Turtles. So this would be the first crossover with the actual Image Comics Turtles.
Right. I actually own some art from this issue.
Really?
Tell us which ones, dude.
Yeah, which ones?
There is a page where Dragon's pulling the hats off of the turtles who are in disguise, and he's like, "What are you guys in disguise for?"
That's a good one. That's actually a good plot point. This whole issue is that Chicago's like the one place the turtles don't stand out.
Right. They wouldn't need those outfits.
And then the other one is like the second to the last page where they're in the flying car, and they kind of are peeking in the windows. Which is kind of a cool page. Like, it's mostly Dragon jumping into the car and then jumping out.
Cool. Yeah, those are good pages, dude.
So you got the pages with the cool Dragon moments.
Yeah, and a lot of that was back in the day. There wasn't very many original pages with Savage Dragon in it. And so that was a way to get a page with, even though it wasn't from the Dragon comic, it was a page with Savage Dragon.
It's still from Frank, too.
Yeah.
Who's like a regular Dragon.
Absolutely.
Like a regular Dragon contributor, so that's still incredibly significant.
Yep, and it came with a cool letter too from him. Like
when about did you buy them?
Probably 13 years ago, 14 years ago.
So in the early 2000s then?
Mid 2000s.
Okay, so you bought them direct from Frank?
No, I didn't actually. These I got off eBay.
Oh, so somebody else.
So how the hell was there a letter from Frank?
They kept it with it.
Oh, that's
so
crazy.
It wasn't personalized to Craig.
I know. No, it was like what he's doing now, and I don't know. I have to reread it. I forget what it all said.
Oh, I want to know. Yeah, please do for the next FINcast. I would love to know what that letter said.
I will talk to you about it on the side because I'm not sure if it's something he would want. Not that it's bad or anything, but it seemed like I'm not sure if that's something that's.
Oh, sure. No, that's fine. Haha, sorry, listeners. Suckers. Eat it.
So the main gist of this issue is Leonardo is still in Midway City because his while he was there, his flying car got jacked and got taken apart, so he's kind of stuck there putting his car back together. But Donatello in his new cyborg body has arrived, and he's going to help put it back together better than ever.
Oh, yeah.
Meanwhile, Mikey and Raph are in Chicago looking for Splinter, And so they encounter Dragon, who is, I guess he's, classic cop Dragon. He's investigating the vampire killers who are who the Turtles still think must be related to Splinter's situation.
Mm-hmm.
And so, of course, Dragon has met the Turtles before, so he runs into them at the crime scene.
Mm-hmm.
And so they have an old-fashioned kind of Dragon, your classic Dragon team-up where Dragon's a dick to everybody. But fortunately, this is like the one time where Raphael can give it as well as he takes it. Because he's kind of a dick, too.
Yeah, okay, mommy. It's good stuff.
Yeah, and he was like, what does he say? He's like, oh, he's bossier than Leo or something like that. Yeah. I do love that they go into the freak out post and Raph just downs some brews.
Love it. And the Chicago Bulls head is on the wall.
Yeah, there's a ton of Vicious Circle guys in there. There's Evil Eye is there. Who else?
Our man Powerhouse.
Warfare, Wild Hair, Download, Braun.
Wow, you know them all.
I was going to say, good job, dude. And then we got Mikey dating Hortus. This for me was everything about this was a treat.
You don't remember that from the actual series? Because that was a thing briefly.
Yeah, that continued into the regular Savage Dragon series.
Yeah, that definitely comes up.
I'm just saying, for me, you remember, I was like, yay, Savage Dragon, yay, and we're it's just been so many issues. Man, this issue delivered.
Because I'm pretty sure
crazy.
That leads to one of the more infamous scenes where, oh no, Hortus is tries to give Dragon a blowjob.
Right.
Although I thought Mikey got one too.
No,
I'll have to research that.
He's in the issue with the Max on
Mikey?
the cover.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and they're watching TV or something like that. But dude, I gotta say the panel, the scene where Powerhouse is starting shit with Raphael. Mm-hmm. I love when Raphael calls him Colonel Sanders and Powerhouse's face in that one panel where he's yelling the name is Powerhouse. I love that panel. It looks cool as shit.
It's good. Yeah, this whole issue, you can tell, Frank fucking really loved, rendering all these characters and stuff.
Dude, and I gotta tell you guys, man, I was, nervous when this series was coming out, recolored, that the coloring wasn't gonna be good, and I have absolutely no problems with the coloring. Even, Hortus is, spot-on colors.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's awesome.
They've been doing a great job, getting all the characters right. All of the Savage Dragon characters are colored perfectly.
I'm going to give him a shout out because he actually liked the FINcast thing on Twitter, but Adam Gazowski, just fucking slaying these colors. So thank you. Absolutely killing it. Looks good, dude.
So Mikey and Leonardo and Donatello show up in Chicago in their new flying car, and Dragon is trying to shake down Cyberface to figure out what this vampire crap's all about.
I love that scene too, where they're just they decide to meet, and that was another thing that was just great. It just gives you more kind of it just builds on the characters more. So stuff you don't get to see in the Savage Dragon pages, you're seeing, Dragon and Cyberface's relationship outside of those pages.
It's good. I like it a lot.
I mean, this issue feels almost like an issue of Savage Dragon.
Yeah.
And so Dragon and Leo and Donatello, they team up and they're tracking down. How did this go down? Oh, yeah, basically...
Dragon wants to know if the vampire has something to do with Vicious Circle.
Right. But he gets a hot tip about this from the reporter that we see earlier.
Who's Vanguard's girlfriend.
Oh, is that... Oh, that's a thing.
It's Roxanne.
That is a nice bit of twist. I did not catch that.
Yeah, it's Roxanne, and there's one panel that you probably just glossed over and didn't think anything about it if you didn't know that connection. But Dragon says, by the way, if you talk to that boyfriend of yours, see if he has any what does it say? Any ideas on these killings.
That makes sense.
Yep.
And actually, there's a Vanguard crossover coming up, right?
Roxanne Wells. Yep, he comes in soon.
Yeah, we're in the crossover period of the series. And so with the flying car, they go check out the next person who probably is going to get killed. Another, what is he, a lawyer or a judge?
I think the judge that
put the guy in jail. So they
Death Watch.
And they find this guy, Death Watch, just murdering the hell out of him.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this guy's got a design. Things are going on.
90s,
Why does he look familiar? Have we seen him recently?
Yeah, he was in the Vanguard. He came back.
That makes sense.
It was in the Vanguard backup in the the last major I think it was the last one. Yeah.
Did he reform, become one of the team, or did he get?
No, he was still a bad guy.
Okay. Yep.
He comes back and he becomes a big issue in that series too.
I kind of like this. They never actually stay at his name, so in the next issue box it says next issue Death Watch. Hint, you just met him.
Right. Like that kind of cheesy stuff, you know?
So he has the power to project prongs from his face and electrocute people with Kirby dots.
Mm-hmm.
Fun times.
Turn you into a smoking skull, basically.
Yeah. So the Savage Dragon crossover will continue into issue 11, apparently. So look forward to that next time.
Yeah, and that's when Vanguard shows up, too.
Okay. This is a whole thing.
I'm tremendously pleased.
Vanguard shows up, Rapture, there's a bunch, so...
I haven't not been enjoying this. Like, it's all been fine. But when I talked to you guys originally, you're like, oh, it just feels like more Savage Dragon. Like, it's so cool. It's like you're getting extra Savage Dragon. And for 9 issues, it really hasn't felt like that to me. Okay. Like, as a new reader, I've been like, it's felt like Turtles, really. So that's fine. Like, I mean, I'm okay. I like the Turtles. But this, from issue 10 here, even I liked issue 9, too, because we have had, like, Night Watchmen exposure through Savage Dragon. Because I haven't read Big Bang. So, like, even issue 9, I was like, all right, we're getting some Night Watchmen in here. And then, like, issue 10 was just like, boom, you're in Chicago.
Yeah, I mean, issue 2, we did get a good amount of Mako, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, not. I get it.
But undeniably, like, issue 10, like you said, Craig, felt like an issue of Savage Dragon.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm super fucking into it. So, for me, I'm happy as shit.
Good. So
we definitely got to get Gary Carlson back on.
Especially before the new stuff comes out.
I was thinking that maybe we should try to get him on, like, maybe after, like, issue 12, which is, like, about halfway through the original series.
Yeah.
And then maybe again at the end of the series. And that way we're not covering too much at a time, but I think that would be fun.
That'll give me time to get the Big Bang stuff read.
Yeah, I think that would be fun.
I really want to talk to him about Big Bang now.
I almost feel like, though, we might want to do 2 with him and do a side one on Big Bang. Just
could do that, yeah.
We can figure it out off podcast, but I do, for the listeners, I think it would be really enjoyable to talk this new Urban Legend series up with him, maybe Fosco, but I think we should try something. I don't think it would be too difficult.
Well, with any luck, there'll be a little bit more Savage FINcast coming.
Right. Well, and if listeners want to hear the original episode we did with Gary, where we did talk Turtles and Big Bang and Megaton, it was episode 16, which was way back March 23rd, 2013. So if you go through our archives...
That was almost exactly 6 years ago.
It's crazy.
Madness.
Time flies, guys. Time flies.
Yeah.
And which of us were on this one? This was
Not me.
This is an Adam Craig Jim episode.
Yeah.
Probably like Nick or something.
Yep. And at that time, I'm just looking at the funny that we had a contest. We gave away the Ultimate Vanguard signed comic collection, 27 Vanguard comics.
Wow,
Signed by Larsen, Carlson, and Fosco.
Who the hell won that?
I don't remember who won.
Wow.
Damn, dude. That's pretty sweet, actually.
Yeah, I remember like mailing them all to like each guy, and they just passed it around.
Well, that's right. You did kind of corral that, didn't you? But
Yep.
Wow. What a time to be alive. Obama was president. Things were wonderful.
Yeah. We were playing our Wii Sports. It's just a different era, a different time.
Wow, and this episode got a lot of like comments on the page. It's more active time.
Well, we'll get back there, guys. Jeez.
All right, so I assume next episode we'll probably be covering two. Why does this always happen to me? 244, probably Urban Legends 11, for sure, because it's out, and we want to cover that second half of that Dragon crossover with the Vanguard, what have you. Can't think of anything else in particular. Raven, you got something to bring us home with?
Savage Dragon 244. As his life falls apart and his world comes crashing down around him, Malcolm Dragon faces the pulse-pounding power of the fighting fowl called Powerhouse. Fandom's favorite fighting fowl returns. There you go.
I wonder what's falling apart for him.
There you go.
There you go. He's getting smacked into a pinball machine. His life ain't too great on that cover.
Looking forward to it. So
I am highly pleased at the continued presence of Savage Dragon merchandise in the Savage Dragon book.
Yeah.
Like the wall calendar, this pinball, like it just makes sense, especially after his death, that there would be stuff like that floating around.
Yeah, yeah.
Memorabilia, he's basically Elvis.
Save the world, you know. They had a statue. They tore it down, but they had one.
Yeah, because remember they merged the Earths and everyone remembered that Kerr was a dick.
Right. But I like to see that stuff, you know. You were famous. He was. So there would be a pinball machine. It's cool. It's good. It's good stuff. That was a hell of a FINcast, fellas.
That was.
It was. So thanks for listening, guys. Remember, send any comments, suggestions, top 10 list to savagefincast@gmail.com. You can find us on savagefincast.com. All of our previous episodes are on iTunes. And you can, of course, we'll be back again roughly this time next month. Hopefully. And we are looking to get more episodes in. We've had some requests for, like, retro review episodes and stuff like that. I'm trying to figure out how to coordinate that. Try to get this thing maybe every 2 weeks. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, it's funny because the ironic thing is that your dependable episodes would be your retro reviews.
Yeah. And
then your wild cards would be the the new issues.
I've got a scheme, but it will depend upon scheduling.
Okay.
So maybe we'll talk about that next time. So
Cool.
until then,
Sweet.
Finn.
I like it. You got the fin right.